Good afternoon. We now welcome His Excellency Mr. Nayab Singh Saini, Chief Minister of Haryana. Good afternoon. We now welcome His Excellency Mr. R. Madhusudan, Charge d'Affaires ad Interim of India. Once again, His Excellency Mr. Nayab Singh Saini, Chief Minister of Haryana. His Excellency Mr. Maruyama, Governor of Shimane Prefecture, and His Excellency Mr. Ikeda, President of the Shimane Prefectural Assembly. Please give them a warm round of applause. Welcome. We are pleased to announce the commencement of Shimane Prefecture Day, jointly organized by Shimane Prefecture and the Embassy of India, Tokyo. Thank you all for coming. We will now begin with a short video on India. Please enjoy. Now, on behalf of the Indian side, His Excellency Mr. R. Madhusudan, Charge d'Affaires ad interim of India, will deliver an address. I'd like to kindly ask Sir to give us a few remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Embassy of India. His Excellency Shri Nayab Singh, Honorable Chief Minister of Haryana, His Excellency Mr. Tatsuya Maruyama, Governor of Shimane Prefecture, Shri Rao Narbir Singh, Minister for Foreign Cooperation of Haryana, His Excellency Mr. Hajime Ikeda, Speaker of the Shimane Prefectural Assembly, Mayor Oyasada of Matsue City, Mayor Izuka of Izumo City, Mayor Tanaka of Yasugi City, Mr. Tanabe Choemon, Chairperson of the Nakaome Shinjiko Daisen Area Economic Council, Mr. Matsuo Norio, Chairman of Sun in India Association, Sri Rajesh Kullar, Chief Principal Secretary to the Chief Minister, Government of Haryana, distinguished members of delegation from Haryana and Shimane Prefecture, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to welcome all of you to this special event where we celebrate the potential opportunities that await India and Japanese stakeholders through this focused event on Haryana, State of India, and Shimane Prefecture of Japan. We are honored to have with us today the presence of the Honorable Chief Minister of Haryana and the Honorable Governor of Shimane Prefecture to take this cooperation forward. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, India and Japan share a friendly relationship rooted in historical, cultural, and people-to-people ties. With the establishment of the special strategic and global partnership between our two countries in 2014, this relationship has charted a course of rapid ascent. Our partnership today spans diverse areas of cooperation: politics, defense, trade, digital cooperation, infrastructure, clean energy, semiconductors, outer space, and so on. In August this year, we had the successful visit by Prime Minister Modi to Japan for the India-Japan Annual Summit. This visit laid out a vision for the future development of our bilateral ties over the next decade. The joint vision agreed by the leaders of our two countries envisage collaboration between our two countries in 8 different directions. These include economic partnership, economic security partnership, mobility, ecology, health, technology and innovation, people-to-people ties, and state-prefecture partnership. The idea is to take our relationship to the next level, fit for the next generation. The visit by our Prime Minister also saw key targets set for realizing this vision. We have set a target of 10 trillion yen of private investment from Japan to India in the next 10 years. This is an ambitious target, but we are confident of achieving it. We have also set a target for exchange of 500,000 personnel between India and Japan in the next 5 years, including 50,000 skilled personnel and potential talents from India to Japan. Our two countries will also work together on several key areas, including semiconductors, clean energy, agriculture and food processing, automotives, shipbuilding, and so on. In this endeavor, we firmly believe that the role played by the states of India and the prefectures of Japan become crucial. When our Prime Minister visited Japan, he had a separate engagement where he met with the governors of 16 prefectures of Japan, reaffirming our willingness to engage more deeply with the prefectures of Japan. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Japanese people and businesses are familiar with Haryana, a state that is strategically located around the national capital region of India. Haryana has become a strong industrial state with manufacturing clusters that are familiar to Japanese businesses. It is one of the leading states in India in the manufacture of automobiles and auto components, as well as engineering, electronics, and light manufacturing. Over the last 1 week, our embassy's social media has been highlighting videos of prominent Japanese businesses in Haryana talking about their experience of doing business with the state. It is also the original home of Suzuki Motors, India's largest manufacturer of automobiles by market share. At the same time, Shimane Prefecture also has special connections with India. Shimane is the home to the Izumo Temple, one of the most well-known temples of Japan. We are glad to have the mayor of the city here with us today. The deity that is worshipped in the temple is Daikokuten. For colleagues from India, Daikokuten is none other than the Japanese name for Lord Shiva. Shimane is also the home to Hajime Nakamura, one of the most renowned authorities on Indian philosophy, including Hindu and Buddhist philosophy. He was born in Matsuya city, whose mayor has also honored us with his presence today. In modern times, Indian businesses have found opportunities in Shimane Prefecture. The San in India Association has done commendable work in further exploring business and people-to-people ties with India. Education and academic exchanges have formed a bridge between India and Shimane. Earlier this year, the Shimane University unveiled a bust of Sir C.V. Raman in their campus. I am happy to note that the president of Shimane University is also here with us today and thank him for all his efforts in advancing research and academic exchanges with India. In short, with both Haryana and Shimane, the ground is fertile for further cooperation that will advance the next generation partnership between India and Japan. I look forward to the discussions today and hope that this will be the beginning of a fruitful partnership between our two countries. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Up next, representing Shimane Prefecture, Governor Maruyama will deliver an address. Sir, the podium is yours.
皆様、こんにちは。ただいまご紹介いただきました。
Thank you for the kind introduction. I'm Yama, Governor. Thank you very much for joining today at this place. Thank you very much. Let me firstly extend my gratitude to Mr. Madhusudan, Charge d'Affaires, and members of the Embassy of India in Japan. They did a great job supporting us to open this event. And I understand that you have been really busy in your visit in Japan. Thank you very much. the State Minister of Haryana, my gratitude goes to you all. This event was conceived when Mr. C.B. George, immediate past ambassador, visited Shimane in June 2023. He was impressed deeply by Shimane's history, culture, and cuisine, and Mr. C.B. George wanted his fellow Indians in Japan to know more about Shimane. It is a great pleasure that the idea has materialized. I'd like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the great efforts of the people at Indian Embassy in Japan. And also, I'm very honored to be able to join Mr. Madhusudan, Charge d'Affaires, today. Shimane has many charms with its natural beauty. It is rich in myth and history, represented by Izumo Taisha, or Great Shrine, where deities across Japan are said to get together every year. We have many good hot spas, and it is also claimed to be the original place where sake brewing started in this country. Today, in order to let Shimane's greatness known to depth, we asked more than 60 experts in food, tourism, academia, economy, culture, and traditional performing art. More than 60. In order for us to be able to effectively make presentations of the greatness of Shimane. And let me highlight some areas that have close ties with India. First, science and technology. We are going to have a presentation today by President Otani of Shimane University about applied study of the Raman spectroscopy, which was invented by the Nobel laureate Dr. Raman of India. Shimane University is the only national university in the prefecture. Second, about Ruby. Ruby is a global programming language. It was developed by Mr. Yukihiro Matsumoto of Matsue City. So this Ruby language is widely used in India too. Therefore, this makes it a technological bridge between the two countries. Today, we have the pleasure of having Mr. Matsumoto, President of Ruby Association. Third is culture. Shimane is the theater of Japan's myth, described in Kojiki, Japan's oldest book. Izumo, in particular, is known as the land of myth. Today, we have Mr. Tsuyoshi Nishikida, Chief Priest of Monks and Shrine. He is going to talk about the relations between Japan's myth and the sake, or Japanese rice wine. Monks and Shrine is known as the place where deities of Japan visit after the gathering of all deities of Japan at Izumo Taisha, or Izumo Grand Shrine. In the field of business and economy, Shimane has the headquarters of Mitsubishi Mahindra Agricultural Machinery, which is familiar with some of you. Its predecessor was established by Mr. Chujiro Sato from Shimane Prefecture more than 100 years ago. Today, the company plays an important role to sustain the global agriculture, working together with Mahindra and Mahindra of India. Today, we showcase the company's initiatives with strawberries cultivated by the latest technology. These are just a few of what we have here today. The lobby outside this room has 9 booths for your further understanding of the beauty of Shimane. enjoy the distinctive charm and culture of our prefecture. We have delicacies from the prefecture too. Let me conclude my remarks by wishing further exchange between India and Shimane through this special event, Shimane Day. Also, the friendship between Shimane and the state of Haryana should deepen even further. Thank you very much.
丸山知事、ありがとうございました。では次に、ハリヤナ州首相、ナヤブシン様よりご挨拶をいただきます。ありがとうございます。
Shimane State Tatusia Marum Yama-sama Kyon wa uai dakite ureshi desu. मेरे लिए आज बहुत ही खुशी की बात है कि शिमाने प्रेफेक्चर के माननीय राज्यपाल महोदय तत्सुया मरियामा सान और उपस्थित हमारे सभी उद्योगपतियों, निवेशकों और शिमाने से आए मित्रों, आज आप सबका इस विशेष रोड शो में मैं स्वागत करते हुए मुझे बहुत ही हर्ष एवं गर्व का अनुभव हो रहा है। टोक्यो जो नवाचार और सहयोग का जीवंत केंद्र है, हरियाणा और शिमाने के एक साथ आने के लिए ये आदर्श मंच प्रदान करता है। भारत और जापान के बीच के संबंध प्राचीन और गहरे हैं। वहीं हरियाणा जापान संबंध दोनों पक्षों के बीच आधुनिक समय की भागीदारी का उदाहरण भी ये प्रस्तुत करता है। मुझे खुशी है कि हमारे नेताओं के दृष्टिकोण से मार्गदर्शित यह साझेदारी और गहरी हो सकती है, जो माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के जापान दौरे के दौरान अगले दशक के लिए साझा दृष्टिकोण के लिए ये प्रेरित है। शिमाने जहां पवित्र इजुमो ताइसा स्थित है, पारंपरिक कारीगरी को उन्नत प्रिसीजन निर्माण के साथ संतुलित करता है। इसी प्रकार हरियाणा जो भगवत गीता की भूमि है, निर्माण उद्योग और उभरती प्रौद्योगिकों का हब बन करके उभरा है। दोनों क्षेत्रों अपनी गहरी धरोहर का सम्मान करते हुए प्रगति को अपनाते हैं। परंपरा और नवाचार के प्रति हमारा यह साझा प्रतिबद्धता स्वाभाविक साझेदारी के लिए ये मार्ग प्रशस्त करती है। फ्रेंड्स, 1980 के दशक में मारुति सुजुकी के हरियाणा में निवेश के बाद राज्य में जापानी कंपनियों के लिए एक भरोसेमंद होमवे फ्रॉम होम के रूप में उभरा है। मुझे ये भी खुशी है कि आज हरियाणा में लगभग 400 जापानीज कंपनियां और 4000 से अधिक हमारे जापानी नागरिक कार्यरत हैं, जो भारत के सभी राज्यों में सबसे अधिक है हमारे हरियाणा में। मुझे ये भी खुशी है कि राष्ट्रीय राजधानी क्षेत्र के मध्य स्थित हरियाणा के सभी जिले राष्ट्रीय राजमार्गों से वो जुड़े हुए हैं और इनसे दिल्ली महज 3-4 घंटे की ड्राइव की दूरी पर है। आप कहीं भी किसी कोने से चलेंगे तो आप एयरपोर्ट दिल्ली 3-4 घंटे में पहुंच जाएंगे। मित्रों, हमारी सरकार एक निवेशक अनुकूल माहौल सुनिश्चित करती है, साथ ही उन्नत निर्माण, ऑटो और ऑटो घटक निर्माण, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स सिस्टम डिजाइन और निर्माण, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक वाहनों, नवीनीकरण ऊर्जा, आईटी और उभरती प्रौद्योगिकियों और कृषि आधारित तथा खाद्य प्रसंस्करण उद्योगों को बढ़ावा देती है। मित्रों, जापान की तरह हरियाणा भी काइजन निरंतर सुधार के सिद्धांत में विश्वास करता है। हम स्थिर, समावेशी प्रगति को महत्व देते हैं, जो सभी साझेदारों के समग्र विकास के सिद्धांत पर ये आधारित है। फ्रेंड्स, मैं आपको सादर आमंत्रित करता हूं कि आप हरियाणा का दौरा करें। मैं आपको इसके लिए निमंत्रण भी देता हूं। हमारी संस्कृति का आप अनुभव करिए। हमारे उद्योगों के साथ आप सहभागिता करें और हमारे साथ मिलकर एक उज्जवल साझा भविष्य का निर्माण करें। मैं आपसे ये निमंत्रण देता हूं। मुझे लगता है कि आपकी एमएसएमई और हरियाणा की एमएसएमई में आपसी सहयोग की अपार संभावनाएं हैं। मुझे खुशी है फ्रेंड्स कि जोकु वा चिकारा नारी अर्थात निरंतरता में शक्ति है। आइए हम मिलकर नए अवसरों, नवाचार और स्थायी समृद्धि का हम मिलकर के निर्माण करें। हरियाणा तो निहोन शोशिते इंदो तो निहोन नो मिराइयो इसो अकारुकु शिमाशो। अरिगातो गोजाई मास्ता। थैंक यू।
Thank you very much, Chief Minister Singh. Your Japanese is better than mine. Now, we shall hear from 4 distinguished guests representing Shimane Prefecture. Up first, Chairman Ikeda of the Shimane Prefectural Assembly.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming the day of Shimane Prefecture. My name is Hajime Ikeda, chairman of Prefecture of Shimane. May I just say a few words by way of greeting? Mr. Madhu-san, thank you for your kindness of hold this event. We warmly welcome to all of you. 島根からも多くの関係者の皆様にご参加いただきました。誠にありがとうございます。心より感謝申し上げます。Today, I heard there are lots of people come from all quarters in India. We'd like to make deepen engagement a wide range of fields at various levels. 本日は島根県内のトップの方々にも多数ご参加いただいております。この島根県デーを契機に連携を深めていただければと存じます。I hope all of you make good friendship each other, and I also hope we're building a long-term collaborative relationship for the future. Anyway, thank you for joining us today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chairman Ikeda. Now let's welcome Mayor Uesada of Matsue City to the stage.
「ただいまご紹介をいただきました
India began in 2012 with opening the memorial hall in our city dedicated to the late Professor Hajime Nakamura, who was introduced earlier, a world-renowned authority on Indian philosophy, who was born in Matsue, and that the former then ambassador, Mr. Watsa, who was born in Kerala, helped establish ties with the state. In the following year, in 2013, Sun in India Association was established, and in 2015, Memorandum of Understanding MOU was signed between Kerala and the Regional Association of Mayors, marking the full-fledged launch of economic exchanges. The economic study tour to India, organized by Sun in India Association, though there were restrictions on overseas travel due to the COVID for a short period. It has been dispatched and a total number of 9 times, and I myself participated in it 3 times. In 2017 and in 2023, at the Japan Mela held in Kerala, 10 companies from the region in Shimane Prefecture exhibited. And as part of initiatives of the association, we have hosted 70 student interns from science and engineering universities in Kerala to date. Of these, 17 have been employed by the companies in our region, fostering ongoing human exchanges that contribute to economic development. This year marks 10th anniversary of the MOU signing. to further develop economic cooperation going forward. We have decided to renew the MOU. And next week, a delegation of 56 people from the region's government and private companies will visit Kerala. They will meet the State Minister of Industries of Kerala State, and 5 companies in the regions of the prefecture will exhibit at the 3rd Japan Mela. Furthermore, the achievements of our exchanges have been recognized by the Indian government, and the government decided to donate a bust of Mahatma Gandhi to us. Currently, preparations are underway to install it in Matsue City. We will cherish it as a lasting symbol of our exchanges with India. In closing, I sincerely hope that the exchanges between India and Shimane will continue to develop further in the future. Thank you very much for your attention.
素晴らしいニュースありがとうございました。
Choemon Tanabe of the Nakaomi, Shinjuku, and Daisen Region Economic Council, please come up to the stage.
ただいまご紹介をいただきました中海新宿大山ブロック経済協議会会長の田辺長右衛門でございます。本日は誠にありがとうございます。臨時代理大使のマデュースダン・ラビンドラン様、本当に今日はありがとうございます。そしてハリヤナ州のナヤブシン首相様、本当にありがとうございます。
The State Minister, Mr. Singh, thank you for having us. So I'm really grateful to be able to join this Shimane Day event. Shimane has a lot of charm. It has Izumo Taisha, or Grand Shrine, the birthplace of Japan's myth, Lake Shinji and the Sea of Japan, with rich nature, distinctive culture that Lafcadio Johann loved. I should therefore say that sightseeing is a good starting point to understand greatness of Shimane or San-in area. The Nakaomi Shinjuku Daisen Area Economic Council is undertaking a variety of initiatives through collaborations between Nakaomi and the Shinji areas for the promotion of inbound tourism, corporate exchanges, and traffic infrastructure. The week after next, Nakaomi Shinji area business and the government executives are going to visit Kerala State to renew the NJAC Minutes of Understanding. So I myself I'm going to visit. During our visit in Kerala, a Japan focus event called Japan Mela will take place with exhibitions from San-in area, business specialized in IT, water, circulation, and tourism. Further economic exchange is highly expected through this. I believe today's Shimane Day event will be a great opportunity to widen exchanges between Shimane, San-in area, and India in the area of tourism, economy, and culture. Let me conclude my remarks by wishing everyone good health and prosperity in both countries. Thank you.
Everyone, I am Matsuo of San-in India Association. First, I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations and gratitude to the Embassy of India in Japan and the Shimane Prefecture for organizing today's Shimane Prefecture Day. Since its establishment in 2013, the San-in India Association has been working mainly with Nakaomi Shinjuku Daisen Regional Association of Mayors and Area Economic Council and collaborating with many organizations such as Shimane Prefecture, Tottori Prefecture, Shimane University, while receiving cooperation from the Embassy of India in Japan, the Foreign Ministry of Japan and India, embassies and consulates to promote exchanges with India. The Sun in India Association's main activities include sending delegations to India and hosting visiting delegations from India. This year, from 14th of October, together with the Regional Association of Mayors and Area Economic Council, we plan to visit Kerala to renew memorandum of exchanges and to participate in commemorative events. It will be the 10th visit to India for the Sun in India Association, adding a special significance in our history. We have continued sending delegations driven by the desire for people to see and feel the present-day India, a nation in growth. We intend to continue sending delegations as much as possible going forward, aiming to contribute as a bridge, creating opportunities to connect Sun In and India. Finally, I sincerely hope that today's event will further deepen our friendship and bonds of cooperation between Shimane and India, leading the new developments in business and personal exchanges. With that, I'd like to conclude my remarks. Thank you very much for today.
Thank you, Chairman Matsuo. Thank you all. Now we will be taking a very brief 2-minute break. To Your Excellencies on stage, please join us at the seats in the audience. For the rest of you, please stay seated until we are ready to begin. Thank you. We will commence shortly. Thank you all very much for your patience. We shall now proceed to a video presentation that will teach us a little bit more about the state of Haryana.
ハリヤナ州と日本、この2つの地は強靭さ、イノベーション、自然との調和の上に築かれています。ラキガニのハリヤナ州の物語は常に国境を越える思想の物語でした。仏教は日本との間に時を超えた文化的な絆を生み出した最初の架け橋でした。その絆は今や世界でも最も成功した産業パートナーシップの一つとなりました。1980年代、マルチ・スズキがグルグラムで最初の自動車を製造したとき、それはインド自動車革命の幕開けとなり、またそれは日本の産業がインドに根を下ろす扉を開いた瞬間でした。あれから40年、ハリヤナはインドの自動車産業地域として確固たる地位を築き、国内の乗用車の半分、オートバイの 60%、トラクターの3分の2を生産する拠点へと成長しました。現在、ハリヤナ州には自動車、電子機器、エンジニアリング、物流の分野で450社を超える日本企業が進出しています。これらの企業は総額1兆2000億円、約7兆ルピー以上を投資しており、ハリヤナ州はインドにおける日本ビジネスの最大級の拠点の一つとなっています。そして未来はさらに明るいものとなっています。最近の訪日において、ナレンドラ・モディ首相は今後5年間で日本からインドへの投資を10兆円に拡大するという野心的な目標を発表しました。この資本の相当部分がハリヤナ州の産業回廊、物流拠点、航空宇宙クラスター、そして未来志向の都市を支えることとなり、日本の投資家にとってハリヤナ州は最も魅力的なゲートウェイになるでしょう。ビジネス改革に向けた州の取り組みは明確です。ハリヤナは全国の事業のしやすさランキングやリーズ物流ランキングでトップの評価を得ています。ワンストップクリアランスにより230以上のオンラインサービスを提供し、1000を超える規制を撤廃しました。電気自動車、人工知能、新興テクノロジー、グローバルキャパビリティセンターを対象とした先進的な政策も導入されています。ハリヤナ州の産業成長は規模と構想力に支えられています。31の工業モデルタウンが2万8000エーカー以上に広がり、インド最大の総合物流拠点がナルナウルに建設中です。グルグラムのグローバルシティはフォーチュン500企業を引きつけるために設計された金融、サービス、技術の未来都市です。サールのマハラジャ・アグラセン国際空港は北インドの新たな航空・宇宙拠点となりつつあり、すでに約4兆ルピーの投資が約束され、1万人を超える雇用を生み出しています。ビジネスだけでなく、ハリヤナ州は日本人経営者やその家族が安心して暮らせる環境を整えてきました。グルグラムには日本の教育課程を取り入れたインターナショナルスクール、日本語対応の病院、本格的な日本食、文化交流拠点、そして世界水準のゴルフ場があります。日本人プロフェッショナルにとって最も快適で親しみやすい拠点の一つとなっています。信頼とともに成長した歴史を基盤として、ハリヤナ州は日本を将来の最重要パートナーと位置づけています。また、ハリヤナ州は投資を円滑にするため、バーチャルジャパンヘルプデスクを開設しました。これは日本企業向けのワンストッププラットフォームであり、各種許認可、手続きの円滑化を図り、進出後のサポートを提供します。日本の投資家自身がその魅力を語っています。
ハリヤナ州はトヨタ紡織にとって単なる生産拠点ではなく、成長とイノベーションの道のりにおいて信頼できるパートナーとなっています。
弊社の日本人駐在員が生活するグルガウンという都市には、とても治安が良く、
インドが5兆ドル経済、さらにはその先を目指す中、ハリヤナ州は2047年までに1兆ドル経済を実現する道を歩んでいます。 確固たる行政、未来志向のプロジェクト、日本との実績ある協力関係を背景に、ハリヤナ州は北インドへの投資において最も信頼されるゲートウェイとしての地位を確立しています。ハリヤナに投資を、未来に投資を。
Thank you for watching. Next,
ありが
let's
とうござい
hear
ま
a
した。
presentation
それでは
from the Shimane Prefecture side. Up first, President Otani of Shimane University will enlighten us on academic exchange with India at Shimane University. President Otani, the stage is yours.
皆さん、こんにちは。ご紹介いただきました島根大学長の大谷でございます。本日、駐日インド大使館において島根県デーが盛大に開催されますことを心よりお祝い申し上げます。また、本日の開催にあたり、ご尽力いただきました、まず、スダン臨時代理大使様をはじめ、大使館の関係者、
to the parties. Now, I would like to provide an overview of our university and discuss our academic exchanges with India. First, I will briefly introduce the history of Shimane University and its connection to the history and the traditions of Shimane Prefecture. Shimane University was newly established in 1949 as a national university comprising the Faculty of Arts and Science, the Faculty of Education. Subsequently, it expanded to include the Faculty of Agriculture and the Faculty of Science and Engineering. In 2003, it merged with Shimane Medical University, so that with the Faculty of Medicine. Furthermore, since 2017, it has strengthened its research and education in metallic materials, which I will explain in detail later. Shimane Prefecture is the birthplace of ancient Izumo culture and the homeland of Japanese myth. Shimane University boasts substantial research on the history of cultural properties and domestic traditions. Furthermore, as the birthplace of metal materials, including tamahagane, a robust sword material, and the history of Iwami Ginzan silver mine, it now serves as an important industrial and academic base for the research and development of special steels and heat-resistant steels. The Tsuano region is in Western Shimane is considered the birthplace of Japan's Medical Industry Association, which is also thought to the origin of the current field of medical engineering research. Thus, Shimane University as a whole is characterized by the connections between the history and the traditions of Shimane Prefecture and cutting-edge academic research. To strengthen international collaboration, the university is enhancing its systems for accepting international students, researchers, and faculty members with a particular focus on strengthening ties with Asian region. The International Center for Accommodation of Foreigners serves as a hub for overseas exchanges, handling immigration procedures, managing student dormitories, coordinating various stakeholder scholarships for international students, and providing academic and daily life support. We are also strengthening English-Japanese lectures, English language, and the research guidance. In 2020, the ratio of foreign is approximately 6%. Ratio of international students is approximately 6%. And talking about the achievement that we have in exchange with the universities of India. And so we signed that memorandum, MOU, in 2013. Over the past years, we have accepted 14 students, 5 researchers, and faculty members, and 41 people visited us through the Japan Society for the a promotion of the Science Sakura Science Program, primarily aimed at undergraduate student exchanges. For the Lotus program, the Young Indian Scientist Circulation Program, expanded this fiscal year by the Japanese Science and Technology Agency, we have submitted 9 applications to host doctoral students, postdoctoral researchers, and doctoral researchers. Regarding industrial support through internship based on academic exchange agreements with 3 universities in Kerala, we are also advancing initiatives to accept internship at companies in Shimane Prefecture or neighboring Western Tottori Prefecture. This program offers 2 options, a 6-month long-term internship for exchange students and a 2-week short-term program. Students take online Japanese language courses before coming to Japan to study at the university, enabling them to gain substantial work experience. In fiscal year 2025, we plan to accept 5 long-term interns and 6 short-term interns. Several students have been employed by companies within the prefecture through this internship program. So the academic exchange theme with India that has the longest history at the university is Raman spectroscopy research utilizing a laser light. In 2014, our university established the Raman Project Center for Medical and Biological Applications, advancing education, research, and international exchange through Raman spectroscopy. The achievements in this research field were recently recognized by the Indian government. In May this year, we were honored to host a delegation including former ambassador to Japan, Mr. and many other distinguished guests at Shimane University. We held a commemorative unveiling ceremony for a bust of Dr. C.V. Raman, the pioneer of this research field. This research field is being strengthened at our university as a world-class research foundation, and it is expected to make significant contributions leading the world in the advancement of medical and biological research. Next, I will explain research utilizing Raman spectroscopy. Needless to say, Dr. C.V. Raman is an Indian great figure who became the first Asian to win the Nobel Prize in Science in 1930. He discovered a new light scattering phenomenon in 1928 and published it in Nature. The fact that he received the Nobel Prize just 2 years later demonstrates how astonished scientists worldwide were by this discovery at the time. This new light scattering phenomenon, where the energy of scattered light changes due to interaction with the molecule, is now called Raman scattering. In fact, theoretical physicists at that time, new light scattering phenomenon discovered by Dr. Raman scattering, was theoretically impossible. This fact further highlights the extraordinary nature of Dr. Raman's discovery. The Raman spectrum obtained by measuring Raman scattering is essentially a molecule fingerprint. By analyzing the spectrum, one can investigate the structure and the environment of molecules as they are without any treatment. Today, it is routinely used to examine the state and environment of substances. In recent years, the advent of microwave spectroscopy combined with microscopy has enabled the direct investigation of where, what kind of molecules, and how much of them exist within living cells and tissues. The key strength of this technique is the lack of requirement the pulse liquid immediately without destroying cells that establish the Raman Project Center for Medical and Biological Application to internationally. Key areas that require tissue extraction from the body and advancing fundamental and applied technology research. of biological research by pursuing research of interdisciplinary field spanning medicine, engineering, science, and agriculture. We are also committed to nurturing young researchers and engineers who will lead the world. Associate Professor Hemas Nag Nutarapati Venkata, originally from India, serves as the Deputy Director of this project center, coordinating research and student exchanges with Indian universities. We consider Raman spectroscopy research to be a key area for future international collaborative research with Indian universities, including the Indian Institute of Technologies. In addition to Raman spectroscopy research, as a new area to strengthen our international collaborative research, we are now focusing on material science and engineering. As a core regional university in Japan, we are enhancing the research foundation in the field of metallic materials, which is also part of Shimane Prefecture's history and traditional industries. Since 2017, Shimane University has participated in the Cabinet Office project, Next Generation Tatara project, applied for and adopted by Shimane Prefecture, alongside the former Hitachi Metal, now Portreal, the Susano Group, a consortium of metal-related companies, including. In 2019, we established the Next Generation Tatara Collaborative Innovation Center, NEXTA, as a core research facility. The name Tatara is used with our intent to inherit and develop the unique Tatara iron-making technology of Shimane Prefecture. We introduced a non-magnetic transmission electron microscope capable of atomic level observation as our core technology. Together with Portreal Inc., a regional company, we are advancing the development of next-generation heat-resistant and special steels through the world-leading analysis and evaluation technologies for special steels. In 2023, with strong support from Shimane Prefecture, we established the Faculty of Material for Energy as a hub for nurturing talent in material science and engineering. A graduate school is also planned for 2027. To enhance our ability to implement innovations in society, we established the Industry Academia Collaboration Incubation Center on campus as a one-stop manufacturing station capable of handling everything from atomic level material design to prototyping and performance reliability evaluation. We plan to advance the development of next-generation high-performance material utilizing world-leading 3D additive manufacturing equipment. At NEXTA, Professor Roger Reed, a world-renowned authority in the field of metallic materials from the University of Oxford, serves as the concurrent director for overseeing the entire research program. This research center also functions as a collaborative development hub with local companies advancing various new product developments with the Susanoo Consortium, a group of foundry companies. Representative research projects include developing heat-resistant alloy for next-generation aircraft or rocket engines and developing motors for drones, capable for long-distance operation with high energy efficiency and low heat generation. Daily research and development is conducted through a collaborative industry, government, academia framework, integrating students, faculty, and corporate engineers. Established in 2023 as a hub for human resource development, the Faculty of Material for Energy aims to build an innovation center that will become a hub for industrial transformation, working in union with Shimane Prefecture. Rather than merely imparting knowledge and technical skills, it focuses on cultivating talent through practical learning, collaborating with companies and local governments to advance product and technology development that will support sustainable future society. Therefore, we place the greatest emphasis on entrepreneurship education. We have established a required course titled The Path to Becoming an Entrepreneur, Creating a New Society Through New Material and Energy Technologies. In this course, students develop and present business plan under the guidance of corporate engineers and advisors, tackling the challenges of how to connect the major research achievement of faculty members to commercialization. This groundbreaking educational program emphasizes marketability, novelty, and social contribution. Students visit companies to exchange ideas with engineers. For some teams, they even manufacture prototypes to evaluate performance, reliability, and practicability. This hands-on training teaches the entrepreneurial process rooted in basic research. Key research themes include large-scale fuel cell development, high-strength alloy development, biological cell research linked to regenerative medicines, and artificial organ development, functional organic material research connected to cosmetics and pharmaceutical development, and material informatics research, bridging these fields a broad range of interdisciplinary research areas regionally, linking material science and information fields is prepared. Finally, I'd like to introduce the Co-Creation Institute for Advanced Materials, newly established in 2024. This organization was established as a core of operational body for a one-stop station for industrial, government, academia collaboration in manufacturing, where domestic and international research institutions, researchers, and corporate engineers collaborate to activate the flow of people, material, projects, and funds. The Industry Academia Collaboration Incubation Center, introduced earlier, will serve as its operational base. Leveraging digital technologies, it aims to realize manufacturing that minimize unnecessary waste and trial and error to the utmost extent, from designing new material at the atomic level to prototyping material, designing using metal additive manufacturing techniques. It is equipped with a comprehensive range of analytical and evaluation facilities capable of assessing prototype materials, structural performance, and reliability at the atomic level. This establishes a framework enabling the advancement of cutting-edge computational science research and experimental science research on the same atomic level playing field. The faculty team at this institution is an international group assembled from 4 countries: US, Germany, China, and Japan, boasting the top-tier research achievement within Japan. All faculty facilities of the incubation center are designed for sharing both domestically and internationally, positioning it as a hub expected to foster active international research. With this academic research infrastructure as its core, we are strengthening academic exchange with India. To this end, we held a signing ceremony in May this year for the agreement with the Indian Institute of Technology, Hyderabad, to establish a core academic research hub. Preparations are underway to establish the Japan-India Global Education and Research Center as this hub. This center aims to cultivate the next generation of entrepreneurial talent, strengthening the science and technology partnership between Japan and India, and nurture students and researchers who will contribute to the industrial development and social advancement of both nations. With joint support from Shimane University and IIT Hyderabad, a wide range of activities are planned, including student exchange programs, joint research and workshops, and entrepreneurship support. This makes the first time IIT Hyderabad, a rapidly growing institution in India's engineering technology fields, has established such a joint hub with a Japanese university. As a first step in strengthening exchanges, an academic symposium is scheduled to be held at each university this November. It is expected that the faculty members from both institutions will engage in exchanges across a wide range of fields, leading to the initiation of new international collaborative research projects. With IIT Hyderabad as the hub, plans are in place to expect exchanges in education, research, and entrepreneurship support to other IIT campuses, partner institutions, and other Indian universities. This aims to leverage the strength of both nations and contribute to academic and business fields. Through this international joint research and education between India and Japan, we earnestly hope.
Thank you, President Otani, for the informative lecture. Next, let us ask Mr. Ishibashi, Director of the Shimane Prefecture Commerce, Industry and Labor Department, to give a presentation on an overview of Shimane Prefecture.
皆様、こんにちは。私は島根県商工労働部長をしております石橋でございます。本日は島根県デーにお越しいただき誠にありがとうございます。私からは島根県がどういうところかといったことをご紹介したいと思います。
Shimane Prefecture is Shimane is about 700 kilometers west of Tokyo. It spans about 200 kilometers east and west, and we face the Sea of Japan on the north part, and we have Oki Peninsula, and they are designated as the World Geoparks. We have 634,000 people, and it covers 6,700 square kilometers. So on the coast, we have a very humid winter, and we have many hot spots, which suggests that it's really good for your skin beauty. Then this slide is about the access way to Shimane. Shimane had 3 airports. We have Izumo Emusubi and Hagi Iwami, as well as Oki World Geopark Airport. So 5 services for Izumi and for Oki. It has a local flight inside Shimane and also the flight to and from Osaka. Next, I'd like to talk about the tourist spots in Shimane. The Matsue Castle was built more than 400 years ago. So this is the main building in the picture. And this is a national treasure. There are only 5 such castles in Japan designated as national treasure. And this picture is of the Izumo Taisha or Izumo Grand Shrine. So the Izumo Oyashiro is a formal name. So this is the main building. So this is the largest of its kind in Japan, and it is Japan's national treasure. It is said that deities across Japan get together once a year, and we have festivals about matchmaking between male and women. So during this period, in other parts of Japan, the month without God, because every god gathers here, and we have many such shrines of matchmaking, which is Shimane is well known for. So this slide is about Iwami Ginzan or Iwami Silver Mine. This was designated as UNESCO World Heritage in 2007. So we replant. The appeal point was that the operators planted trees at the same time as they operated. So we have also an aquarium called the Aquas. So this beluga whale is very good at making an air bubble ring. And we have the baby beluga, and baby beluga is not white when they are born. Have a look at the cute baby. Next, Adachi Museum of Art. This put forward many renowned works, such as the works of Mr. Taikan, and it is well known for its beautiful Japanese garden. So the garden has been awarded for the 22 consecutive years as the #1 garden in Japan. And there's a TV show every morning in Japan. So the new series, Bake Bake, this is set in Shimane. Mr. Rafkadio Han is well known across the world, who introduced Japan's culture to the world. And his Japanese name is Koizumi Yakumo, and he started his career in Japan in Matsue, Shimane, and he got married with a Japanese woman. So the wife, Setsu, is the main character of this Bakebake TV show. So Rafkadi-han, or Mr. Yakumo. So Setsu talked a lot about Japan's mystery stories, and the Rafkadi-han compiled them into the famous work of Kwaidan, Japan's mystery stories. So the TV crew came to Shimane to shoot some pictures. Then some specialty from Shimane. The first item is rice. So rice produced in Shimane is well known with its aroma and high quality. The second bullet point, shijimi clams. It's a small clam which is well known in Japan as Yamato shijimi. Very delicious. The third one is nodoguro. It's a kind of white meat fish. This is also highly regarded in Japan, and we ship this nodoguro fish to large cities as Tokyo. Then agricultural products. Some are originally from Shimane, one of which is shinku, or a bright scarlet grape. It has a very good aroma, and it has a rich texture, and it is sweet. Then a Sajo persimmon. This has both aroma and nice color and texture, and it is said that it was grown since 1500. Some local delicacies include Izumo sobo, or Izumo buckwheat noodles. It's one of the 3 greatest sobas in Japan. The wheat is ground with the hull, adding distinctive flavor, and the way they serve is also very original. The peony flower, or botan, is the official prefectural flower. So it has been cultivated for about 300 years. Then Shimane's industry. So Tatara steel making started in Edo era, or the era of shoguns. So they used wood charcoal and made the high quality steel. So this traditional method was revived recently. And high quality steel is called tamahagane, the special steel used for Japan's sword making. So the technology or engineering of this has taken root in Shimane. So we have Proteria and other metal companies are in Shimane. And we have a high concentration of industry, so automotive, shipbuilding, or machinery and construction machines. So in the prefectural ranking, so both the production volume and the value are ranked at number 3 and 4 respectively. And in the eastern part of Shimane, we have many IT companies. So we are going to have the presentation of Mr. Matsumoto, who created Ruby, the program language. Then living environment in Shimane. Shimane is a nice place to live. The total fertility rate stands at 1.43. It is above the national average. It is the second in Japan, and nursery school waiting list rate 0%. It's child-friendly prefecture, and the number of hospitals per capita, and we also have many facilities for elderlies. We have very low rate of traffic accidents or crimes. So it is a nice place, easy place for you to live. So in Shimane Prefecture, we have the creed of Prefecture, which is the warmth and the importance of links between people. So everyone is a treasure to someone. So Shimane wants to remain as a great place to live. So that's it about the beauty of Shimane. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Matsumoto. I am known as the person who developed the programming language Ruby. Ruby is a programming language. I created it, and some of you may wonder what the programming language is. So I will explain it briefly. So computers do not understand human language. So even if we speak in Japanese, Chinese, or Hindi, or in any other languages, the computer do not understand it. So we tell them what to do using a language they understand, and that is how we let the computer work. So the software which describes the process or procedures for that. But recently, AI have been advancing, and so that the computers are now able to understand human languages to some extent. But so some people say that we don't need a computer language anymore or programming language anymore, but that the human to human communications, but with however, that there are some ambiguities and some miscommunications in human to human or human to AI communication. Therefore, we needed to use the programming language. So, as a kind of a compromise, we still use the programming language because today's AI has not been stabilized yet. It cannot instruct the computers properly on what to do. Therefore, we need to use the programming language to use computers, and Ruby is one of such programming languages. Excuse me. I started developing Ruby 30 years ago in 1993. So I worked on it alone. And then we have formed the community for the development. And so the Ruby is a simple, clear, and no ambiguity is a feature of the Ruby as a programming language. And this kind of the programming language has become widely used. And from 1993 to 95, I was working alone to build a Ruby language. So, and in 1995, I publicly released it about 30 years ago. And talking about how this Ruby has been used, mainly it is used on the web. And this is 1990s. The software, the way of using software has been dramatically changed. The software on the web will have become a main area of using the programs. So there were several types of software. For example, desktop apps. That the software a little ago, times ago, were mostly the desktop app, but today those web app dominate the applications or software, and also the mobile app, which are running on the smartphones. And the web app is that the Ruby is excels. And so this web app has very interesting characteristics. So that the web app do the different things like booking something, or shopping, or administrative works. So web app are able to handle these different types of work. So the types of work are different. However, that the inside structure, there are the similarity in the inside structure. So therefore, because that inside the structure is similar, so it is rather easy to develop or to build the other software for the other purpose, relatively easy. And there are different types of web apps in the society, and most famous Ruby, the application for Ruby is Ruby on Rails. And Ruby on Rails was launched in 2004, so over 20 years ago. And in the world of internet, changes so rapidly. Then every year or every season, the new web application framework emerged, and the old one has been told that it's old and obsolete. But the Ruby on Rails have expanding its functionality, but so stable that you are able to use Ruby on Rails of 20 years ago. And that is one of the reasons why Ruby on Rails are so popular. The productivity and the convention over configuration. So as long as you follow the rules that Ruby on Rails prepared, that you are able to develop the application stably and with the flexibility on your side. And so many software developers, particularly at the startups, because of the so intensified competitions, faster, cheaper, better applications are preferred. Then this web application framework, such as Ruby on Rails, of so stable and with the flexibility, it has provided the success to the many startups. And Ruby and Ruby on Rails for the last 30 years and 20 years have not had major changes, but still operating so quickly, so that stability and is being highly evaluated. As a result, many companies, particularly startups, use the Ruby on Rails. And according to the survey a few years ago, almost half of the startups in Silicon Valley uses Ruby on Rails. And such companies, including the economic value, those companies or businesses have created the value. And this is a top Ruby companies site. And looking into this URL, which companies using Ruby around the world? Is top Ruby companies, this URL. So these companies Some of them are very large, and the corporate value together could be at the tens of billions or several tens of billions of dollars value. And another key feature of Ruby is the community, that the Ruby has not been developed by a specific company. So Ruby is called the open source software. So you can download and use this software for free with a license. It's open license. And of course, that I myself created this software alone, and because of the feature of open source software, that many people have been collaborating and cooperating for the development or using the Ruby or they develop the software to use Ruby. So those members help each other. Some of them wrote a book, and some people hold a conference on Ruby, some host and study groups, or some others write the software for Ruby. So all of these people gather together to develop that community, and that community further develop the Ruby. So that Ruby is a software supported by the community. Created by community, supported by community, and encouraged by community. And those who use Ruby hold the conference many times, and all around the world, there are a number of Ruby conferences are being held. This URL, Ruby event. This URL lead you to the site of the Ruby event, and on that site that you are able to find the conferences held almost every week around the world. And last month, Europe Ruby conference was held, and I participated in that. And the other conferences held recently when in Japan, US, Canada, Netherlands, Romania, Kenya, Taiwan. So those conferences are held all around the world. And last month in September, the conference was held in India. The 12th and the 13th of last month, that Ruby Conf India was held. And actually, this Ruby conference is being held every year. I myself cannot participate in it every year. However, that I have participated in the conference in India 3 times so far, and I remember their warm welcome in India. So those conferences around the world, so the Ruby users exist all around the world, and during the last 30 years. So taking the time for 30 years, I started alone to create the software, and that was spread on the internet. And now that the Ruby users are widely spread all around the world, and those Ruby users help each other, support each other, and gather together for the conference, for study groups. And for example, some people establish the company to utilize Ruby. The Ruby is a free software, but it creates the precious economic value. So in many of the web applications on the internet are developed in Ruby language. And this is because that Ruby is friendly to the developers and give the joy of development to the users. So I created Ruby to help the software developers and give the joy of development to the people. So I hope that you to use Ruby going forward. Those who are in India, in Japan, and other places around the world enjoy developing software to generate more value to contribute to the society. So I would like to take this opportunity to express my gratitude. Thank you very much for your attention.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Tsuyoshi Nishikida, Chief Priest of Monksen Shrine. Monksen is a really small shrine. At Monksen Shrine in lunar calendar October, gods or deity all over Japan are said to come together in Izumo area and have a large party before going back to their places. It's a really huge party which is called Naorai for enjoyment. The shrine has its history of about 1,200 years, and this shrine is closely related to Japanese sake or rice wine. As you can see, this is how the ritual before offering food items to Japanese deities. And this signals to the Japanese deities that both sake and foods are ready. So Shimane is said to be the place of origin of Japanese rice wine or sake. So let me talk briefly about the sake brewing and myth. About 1,300 years ago, Kojiki, the Japan's oldest text, was written, and also Izumo no Kuni Fudoki. These carry the folklore or myth, and a lot of these are about the gods and sake. And these texts also describe in details about the relation between deities and the sake. So around 2,000 years of long history, Japanese sake or rice wine has shared its tradition with Japan's deities. So in Hindi deities, so my understanding is some of you do not enjoy drinking alcohol, but bear with me talking about the sake. In the first of my presentation is about the role of Japanese sake and its meaning. In the second part, then, about 1,300 years ago in Shimane, in particular Izumo region, I'm going to talk about the story about Japanese sake's birth, its myth, and its meaning. Let me talk about how festivals of deities at Japan's Shinto shrines are connected with sake. Special kinds of sake that are dedicated to deities is called omiki. This expression has been used since more than 10 centuries ago. Ki means sake, therefore the prefixes o and mi both add respect and admiration to ki or sake. The people show highest degree of respect and to describe Japanese wine in festivals. Omiki. I think my English text makes sense. From ancient times, omiki has been the most important item together with rice and rice cake as offering to deities. Rice, Sake and mochi or rice cake were most treasured things in the lives of ancient Japanese. They represent one aspect of Shintoism that has been supported by belief in the spirit of cereals in rice and prayer for harvest and festivals of gratitude. So this is a container of omiki, and you can see rice and rice cake. All of them are made of or made from rice. Omiki is a sacred offering that is serenely and cleanly brewed for a long time among food dedicated to deities. So sake is finely tuned and brewed. So this picture shows the ancient method of brewing Japanese sake. From ancient times, at well-established shrines such as Izumo Taisha or Kasuga Taisha, there have been dedicated omiki breweries in the inner garden. Brewing sake itself is sacred and a part of rites for deities. Today, in sacred rites at most places, including big or small shrines, sea or rivers or mountains, omiki is indispensable. One core part of Shinto festivals is to remove the food and sake offerings before deities to share among the participants after the rite. So everyone enjoys the food and wine. This means to share food and sake with deities to receive blessings. This act is called naorai, or refreshment. Naorai has an important meaning to take in energetic spiritual power of deities to groups or society to which the body and the soul of people belong, to be invigorated. In a way, it is to be reborn or to be revitalized. At Naorai, aside from eating food offering, becoming a little tipsy from omiki is indispensable. With the help of omiki or alcohol, participants become more open-minded and talk freely, and they can sing and dance. So a little tipsy, as you can see on these pictures. Well, the festival setting creates a special time and space called hare. Set apart from ordinary life, people have thought that the magical power of omiki helps the relations between deities and people or among people to be strengthened, like this. In Japan, there's a proverb that goes, there's no deity that doesn't enjoy omiki, or there's no deities that doesn't like omiki. Deities really love omiki. I should say that this saying implies human desire, which is that we should enjoy omiki the way just like our deities do, without wasting it. Drink it all and be merry. We should be merry and happy without wasting sake. Is this interpretation a little too subjective? I don't think so. Let me move on to the next topic of how Japan's myth and sake are related. The fermentation process in sake making must have been really mysterious for ancient Japanese people. Even today, we may have similar impressions. Sake brewing was considered to be an act of deities in which cleanliness and sereneness were treasured. Only selected deities and humans were thought to be fit for the job. Old myth and folklore reveal that sake was believed to have a high level of spiritual quality and magical powers. It is easy to understand that the sake brewing has been one element of Shinto festivals. Let me introduce two typical ancient tales that talk about the origin of sake in Izumo area in Shimane. The first is found in Kojiki, Japan's oldest known book. In this story, sake appears in the part that describes how a god called Susanoo no Mikoto defeated the Yamata no Orochi, a monster with 8 heads. The sake here is the first found in Japanese myth, and it is called Yashiori no sake. The name has a Japanese word for the number 8, suggesting that this brew was very strong in order to intoxicate this monster. So the brew Yashiori no sake is said to be really strong. So Yashiori suggests that the brewing took many stages or steps in order to make it especially strong. Having said that, this was not a toxic tool to defeat the monster. Rather, it was a special brew to appease the mind of the monster that represent raging spirits of land and river. It was a special brew to tame the monster. So it is believed that it was a kind of omiki. This slide shows this is the main character, Susanoo no Mikoto, one of Japan deities, and you can see the monster on the left-hand side, which was eventually defeated. The second is a myth in Izumo no Kuni, Fudoki, with today's Izumo city. Many deities gathered along the riverbank of Sakagawa to build a kitchen and a brewery. They dined and wined for days before going back to their places. They really enjoyed themselves for days. This is why we call the area Saka, meaning sake. This myth demonstrates that deities in Izumo started sake brewing, and the process is something divine. It also showed that there were buildings dedicated to sake brewing in ancient times. The story vividly illustrates deities enjoying drinking at parties. This makes us smile because they behaved just like us. I hope you enjoy the tales of Japan's deities and sake. Japan's deities seems to really love sake and parties. Well, you can say the same thing for today's Japanese people, especially those in Shimane. I'm a priest and I like sake. I really love it. But be careful, do not drink a little too much, like myself in this picture. Shimane is a holy land where sake brewing began. My friends from India enjoy tasty sake with a tradition of omiki. Feel the energy coming from Japan's deities to live a life full of vitality. However, just be careful not to have it too much, though. So now I'm thrilled to enjoy the naorai after these presentations. Thanks.
Thank you so much for sharing the stories behind sake and the Monk-sen Shrine. Up next, we will have a lecture delivered online from India. Professor Murthy, President of the Indian Institute of Technology, Hyderabad, we're pleased to welcome you here in Japan.
Is it me? Because I saw the Chief Minister of Haryana and I'm not the Chief Minister of Haryana. So, good afternoon, friends. This is Professor B.S. Murthy, the Director of IIT Hyderabad. We have a very special relation with Shimane, and I thought this will be an opportunity for me to talk about that relation. But before that, I'm extremely grateful to many senior members who are present in this particular meeting, Mr. Madhusudan, Charge Affairs, Indian Embassy, and our President of Shimane University, Professor Hiroki Otani, and His Excellency Tatsuya Masyone, Honorable Governor, Shimane Prefecture, and also a number of other dignitaries who have come for this particular event, celebrating Shimane and also celebrating the collaboration of Shimane and in general Japan with India, and particularly IIT Hyderabad is a special institute in India which has a very strong relations with Japan. For almost last 15 years, 2012, our relations have started. In fact, people tell me that in 2007, the then Prime Minister of Japan, Abe-san, has visited India and met the then Prime Minister of India, our Sri Manmohan Singh Ji. And during the discussion, it appears that there was an exchange of ideas of Japan supporting one of the Indian institutions. And that is how the whole discussion, it appears, has evolved. And IIT Hyderabad was chosen by the Japanese Prime Minister Abe-san to be the institution which they wanted to support. And since then, the whole support of Japan and collaboration of Japan with Indian institutions started. And for the last 15 years, we have been working very closely together. We had a friendship program called Friendship Part 1 for 10 years, 2012 to 2021. And then Friendship Part 2 is right now going on with a strong support from JICA. And we also have got some what is called financial support in terms of a soft loan to build a part of IIT Hyderabad. That was also a very strong support that we received. And then our collaborations grew between universities. We have more than 40 universities in Japan with whom we have now an active MOUs going on. And just to give you an idea, on 15th of November this year, we have an India-Japan Science Forum event going to happen at IIT Hyderabad, and I'm going to receive almost 35 presidents of various universities in Japan, including Professor Otani, who is the president of Shimane University. I'm eagerly looking forward to receive him at IIT Hyderabad. Very recently, when there was an event at Shimane University where we not only unveiled the statue of one of the greatest scientists, physicists from India, who was a Nobel Prize winner, Sir C.V. Raman, we call him. His statue was unveiled in Shimane University. I was personally present and met Professor Otani during that meeting. And that day, we have also made a historic moment of signing an MOU between Shimane University and IIT Hyderabad. And I was told at that time that this is the first such joint center between a Japanese university and an Indian university. We are really fortunate that IIT Hyderabad became first such university in India to have a joint center, particularly focusing on material science. And I am aware that Shimane University has a very strong focus on Raman spectroscopy. And we are very keen to have a strong collaboration between Shimane University and IIT Hyderabad in the area of not only Raman spectroscopy, but in material science at large. Even at IIT Hyderabad, we have a very strong material science department, including people in physics, chemistry. They all work a lot on material science. And we have set up a very strong center in the area of microscopy, which we call it as Center for In Situ and Correlative Microscopy. It cost us about $10 million, a very strong center with certain facilities which do not exist in any university in Japan. And we are eagerly looking forward to receiving Japanese PhD students and Japanese young faculty members to come to IIT Hyderabad to work closely in the field of material science. There are also many areas where IIT Hyderabad is very strong on. We are strong on AI, artificial intelligence. We are very strong on telecommunications. We are also very strong on what is called smart mobility and autonomous navigation. We are also very strong on healthcare. Okay, in all these areas, and also I would like to also mention the strength that IIT Hyderabad has on climate change, which is a very important area for both the countries. And I would like to see that this joint center that we have set up would not only focus on material science alone, but also look at all other possible areas where we can strongly collaborate and have a long-lasting friendship between both the universities. We have already started supporting Japan in a big way in the new project called Lotus that JST, Japan Science and Technology Agency, has initiated, and IIT Hyderabad has taken a leadership role, being a hub connecting 23 IITs that India has with all the universities in Japan. Almost 1,000 faculty members from the 23 IITs have been connected to 1,000 faculty members in Japanese universities, and 1,000 PhD students are willing to visit Japan for 1 year to do a collaborative research, which we call it as jointly supervised PhD program. And Japan Science and Technology Agency, JST, President Hashimoto Sensei tells me that they would like to take 300 PhD students every year from this year onwards under the Lotus program. And he wanted IIT Hyderabad to be a hub to connect all the IITs in India with the Japanese universities. So that was really a fortunate moment for all of us. And Hashimoto Sensei goes one more step further and says in the next 5-6 years, he wants to have almost 3,000 students, PhD students from India, to visit Japanese universities every year for 1 full year, and so that a strong collaboration between India and Japan can exist. And he wanted IIT Hyderabad to be the hub connecting the whole of India to the whole of Japan. And we are very happy to be a part of this India-Japan relations, to see that both the countries work together for the growth of both the countries. And I'm extremely happy to be a part of this celebrations today of Shimane University. And we look forward to very strong relations with Shimane University, the first university in Japan with whom we have a joint center. And I'm eagerly waiting for the visit of Professor Otani to IIT Hyderabad on November 15th. We would like to officially start a joint center at IIT Hyderabad. We have identified a small space for this joint center. I would like him to inaugurate that space on 15th of November when he is going to visit IIT Hyderabad. Thank you very much once again for this opportunity for me to speak to all of you and be a part of these celebrations. I'm extremely sorry that I could not come in person, but I am happy that I'm a part of the celebration. And particularly special thanks to Yashwant ji, who has requested me to be a part of this, and I'm extremely thankful to him for including me into the program. And my Dean of International Relations, Tarun, is also sitting here, who played a very key role in connecting these 1,000 faculty members of IITs to the 1,000 faculty members of Japanese University. We are looking forward to do much greater things in future, to see that Japan and India grow as a very strong friends in the near future. And we are also setting up a Japan Culture Center at IIT Hyderabad on November 15th. I'm eagerly looking forward to all the dignitaries from Japan who are going to come to IIT Hyderabad on that day to be a part of the celebration and to inaugurate a Japan Culture Center. This will be the first such Japan Culture Center in any academic institution in India. And we're extremely happy that we are going to start such a culture center, which will not only do research in India-Japan collaborations and India-Japan cultural relations, but also ensure that all the students who are going to visit Japanese universities and also Japanese companies. We have every year a Japan Day where almost 25 companies from Japan come to visit IIT Hyderabad and to ensure that they recruit a large number of students from IIT Hyderabad. And this year we have signed an MOU with Hamamatsu City, and on November 1st we are celebrating a Hamamatsu Day at IIT Hyderabad, and where the city mayor along with about 15 different companies are going to visit IIT Hyderabad, and to have a much stronger collaboration between Japanese industry and IIT Hyderabad, and also in general with India. We would like to be a hub connecting Japan with India, and I'm very happy that IIT Hyderabad has got such an opportunity to work with Japan. Thank you very much, friends.
Thank you, sir, for joining us thousands of miles away. Now, back in Tokyo, we will be treated to an Indian cultural performance. Let us all welcome the team led by Miss Atsuko Maeda, Kandam Japan, with Gar More Pardesia.
रघुकुल रीत सदा चली आई, प्राण जाए पर वचन न जाए।
Thank you for that lovely dance. The show is not over yet. Next, we have the privilege of some performances from Shimane Prefecture. We will get to see the performances of the Yasugi Bushi, the Dojo Square Dance, and Zeni Daiko. First, the Yasugi Bushi is a traditional folk song representing Yasugi City in Shimane. It originated as a work song sung by fishermen on the coast along the Sea of Japan. It is characterized by its emotionally rich and humorous lyrics and its cheerful yet melancholic melody. It gained particular nationwide attention alongside the Dojo Sukui dance. Now, the Dojo Sukui dance is a local performance art performed to the rhythm of the Yasugi Bushi. It depicts the act of catching the loach fish while covered in mud, using comical expressions and movements. Male dancers wear facial covers, carry bamboo baskets, and entertain the audience with amusing movements. But the very first performance that we will see is the Zendaiko. Zendaiko is a traditional Japanese percussion instrument used to accompany folk songs and dances, such as the Yasugi Bushi that you will see later. It is made by placing several old coins, such as 5 yen or 50 yen coins, inside a hollowed out bamboo or wooden tube, and then tying the ends with string. Shaking or striking it produced a distinctive sound, creating a lively rhythm. This is visually striking, and performers often dance while playing. We look forward to all three performances.
はい、皆様、こんにちは。こんにちは、ナマステ。はい、これよりですね、島根県の伝統芸能をご覧いただきたいと思います。島根県の安来市を代表いたします。安来節、ぜひ最後までご覧いただきたいと思います。よろしくお願いいたします。まずはですね、先ほども説明にございました、銭太鼓という演目をご覧いただきたいと思います。その名の通り、中には銭、お金が入っております。大変縁起のいい演目でございますので、どうぞお楽しみください。はい、それでは皆様どうぞご覧ください。島根県を代表いたします民謡安来節の銭太鼓の曲打ちです。最高！せっかくですね、このようなね、会場に来させていただきました。銭太鼓もですね、実はですね、もう一つ奥義がございます。実はですね、この銭太鼓、先ほどちょっと言い忘れました。途中から速くなるんですね。この速くなるところが見どころなんですけれども、奥義はというのはですね、目隠しでこれができますよということで、皆さんにぜひ目隠しをした銭太鼓もね、ご覧いただきたいと思います。さあ皆さん、ね、で、速くな ったところで目隠ししております。皆さんの声援しか聞こえません。ぜひ皆さん、早くなったところでたくさんのご声援よろしくお願いいたします。早くなる前からさせていただきますんでね。どうぞご覧ください。ちょっとごめんなさい。もしぴょんって言っちゃったら、どなたかぴょんと返してやってください。よろしくお願いします。さあ、それでは参りましょう。目隠し銭太鼓です。最高。ありがとうございます。皆さん、たくさんのご声援ありがとうございました。銭太鼓の曲、千代田だけいたしました。ありがとうございます。さあ、続いてはですね、安来節で一番有名なのはどじょうすくい踊りだと思うんですけれども、実は安来節には歌もございます。成長安来節、お聴きいただきたいと思います。その後に、どじょうすくい踊り登場いたしますので、どじょうすくい踊りのまでの間、安来節の歌、どうぞお楽しみください。はい、続みはですね、増田ひな子でございます。紹介忘れてました。三味線、一葉川浩二でございます。どうぞよろしくお願いいたします。はい、それではお聴きください。成長安来節です。なのでシャニチザクダニとかみやまとかみ 水の船川島根とセミの元までを巻いてやさほとありがとうございました。成長や杉節お聞きいただきました。お後はいよいよ旅の演目でございます。これぞ日本を代表いたします宴会芸です。宴会芸、土壌すくい踊りをご覧いただきたいと思います。この島根県は本当に自然豊かな、ところでございます。未だにですね、土壌もたくさんの土壌もね、生息しております。土壌なんかもね、養殖もしております。ぜひね、土壌、またね、本物出てこないですけれども、土壌すくいの方、おとりでお楽しみいただきたいと思います。それでは、納めの演目、土壌すくいです。 れにて、島根県の伝統芸能でございます。安来節土壌すくい、終了でございます。皆さん最後までたくさんのご声援ありがとうございました。
What an amazing representation of the vibrant Shimane culture. Before we end today, I'd like to acknowledge that we were very honored to welcome people, many professionals, artists, politicians. We were very honored also to welcome members of the Diet representing Shimane Prefecture. His Excellency, Mr. Kazuhiko Aoki, member of the House of Councilors, Deputy Chief Cabinet Secretary. We also had His Excellency, Mr. Yasuhiro Takami, member of the House of Representatives, Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Land, Infrastructure, Transport, and Tourism. We also had Her Excellency, Ms. Akiko Kame, member of the House of Representatives, Her Excellency, Ms. Momoko Degawa, member of the House of Councilors. On behalf of His Excellency, Mr. Shoji Maitachi, member of the House of Councilors, we were also pleased to welcome his secretary, Mr. Takeatsu Asai. And on behalf of His Excellency, Mr. Kazuhiro Fujii, member of the House of Councilors, we had his secretary, Mr. Masatsu Asai. Thank you all so much for coming here today. No matter who you are, we were very honored to welcome you here. Now then, outside in the foyer, as preparations for the networking event are required, we kindly ask all booth exhibitors, if you haven't already, to head out of the auditorium and begin your preparations now. After this, we shall now proceed, just for safety reasons, to avoid crowding at the exits. We can try to exit in order. For those in the center, most of you already have left, but if you are in the center, E and F rows, please leave first. Head back to the room and exit. Now, in the center, in rows G, H, and I rows, please head outside. As long as you walk slowly, I think it's all right. You don't need to proceed in a particular order anymore at this point. Please walk slowly. Try to prioritize each other. Stay safe. Thank you all so much.